When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be young. I know I'm gonna be young. I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yeah, I know I'm gonna be young. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream. I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 just to be.
Love is a many splendid thing. Love lifts us up where we belong. All we need is love. Family and friends, what a joy it is to welcome you here as we have come together to celebrate this miracle of love and to witness a union of Lenti Smith and Jeffrey Wilton McCrary. Jeff and Lenti, every experience you've ever had, everything you've ever done and learned has brought you to this incredible moment. Your love is a miracle of who you've become and who you're becoming. New experiences lie before you with opportunities to grow deeper in love with one another. As you walk hand in hand into this future, cherish each moment as a gift given to strengthen the bond between both of you. May the years bring you happiness and contentment, and may you enter each other's sorrow by empathy, into each other's joy with gladness, into each other's hope with faith and trust, and into each other's lives with enthusiasm and embracing. May your life together be full of kindness and understanding, thoughtfulness, and rejoicing. The bride and groom have asked Abby McCrary to read Marriage Joins Two People in the Circle of His Love by Edmund O'Neill.
Marriage is a commitment to life, the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth, that no other relationship can equal. It is a physical and emotional joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A wife and a husband are each other's best friend, confidant, lover, teacher, listener, and critic. And there may be times when one partner is heartbroken or ailing, and the love of the other may resemble the tender caring of a parent or child. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, commitment is stronger, even anger is felt more strongly and passes away more quickly. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes that life is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, new ways of expressing a love that is deeper than life. When two people pledge their love and care for each other in marriage, then they create a spirit unique unto themselves which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise, a potential made in the hearts of two people who love each other and takes a lifetime to fulfill.
Thank you, Abby. And now Liz McCrary will be reading 1 Corinthians 13, verses 8 through 13.
Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part, but when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I even reasoned like a child. But when I became an adult, I gave up childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part. Then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love.
Thanks very much, Liz. I'm looking for someone to share an adventure, and that I'm arranging it. It's very difficult to find anyone. These were the words written in 1937 that began an epic adventure that people still read and speak of today. The author was J.R.R. Tolkien, and the adventure was truly epic. This adventure that we are celebrating today began when a young man typed, "Nice smile." I myself know quite a bit about adventures. Some might say it's a profession to me. I've been to 39 countries, swam the Indian, Atlantic, Pacific Ocean, dipped my toe even in the Arctic, rehabilitated injured elephants, watched playful platypi swim in Australia, watched baby rhinos nurse their mothers in Joburg, and even had a 500-pound beagle tiger hit me on the floor and look me right in the eye, then lick me profusely in the face. With that said, of all these great adventures, this one's the greatest yet. Sorry, back to theater mode. Adventures can take all forms and sizes. They can be short, from a fire alarm going off at 3 a.m. in the morning, while Lenti's dog Katie burst out the apartment door, nowhere to be found. Luckily, we find her later, muzzle deep in somebody else's garbage can. Oddly, to this day, no one knows actually how that fire alarm went off. Jeff. They can be in a Rangers game in Fort Worth, Sarah and Hudson's backyard, on segways going warp speed around Austin's downtown center, or on that special day in San Diego, on the beach when Jeff and Lenti decided to throw the ball around. One particular ball had a surprise, and when Lenti noticed it was taped up, Jeff knelt down on one knee as the ring appeared from the ball and asked Lenti to be his wife. Now, I know some of you don't know very well our two adventurers here. One half of the room is staunch Texan, the other half of the room is Hungarian. So let me tell you a little about these two. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned that I am a zoologist by education. And, well, that and a specialist in the genus species Lenti smithicus, or the Lenti. I studied this species firsthand in all her uniqueness. She has been a close subject of mine for 32 years. She was named after her uncle Lenti Battisti and her aunt Patty. And I remember her when she could fit in both my hands. I remember the times when she began to talk, and we used to watch the house on their quarter. And strawberry shortcake, and we could hear her stare. And then she run! Or no, but okay, I have to get it, pardon me. We are filming this, or Oscars will be one. Anyway, she then went on to blossom and grow, meeting the likes of Barbara Bush. And as a cheerleader at London High School, moved to Texas to go to college. She became president of her sorority. Got her master's, moved to Austin. That was kind of a big deal. She even went in time to advance to the role of director at Elizabeth Christian Associates. She's blossomed to become a charismatic, loving young woman, whom I'm so proud to call my sister and friend. Since our theme is movies, and mine is adventures, if I had to pick the movie character of Phyllis, my sister, it would be none other than that strong, independent rebel leader, Princess Leia. So that leads me to this scruffy nerfer over here, Jeff. Good. What? I'm just saying. You got the joke! Wait, actually, see, I didn't say, oh, you didn't get the joke? Sorry. Breaking the fourth wall. Anyway, for those of you who don't know Jeff, let me first say, first and foremost, his smile is contagious. His everything is awesome, can-do attitude makes him more authentic than a Han Solo. He has enough charismatic energy to power the city of Austin, and on my way here, I texted him if he was ready for this, and he replied back he was stoked. My reply back was, really? Like a hot poker in a firestone? Now, if my phone could actually scream out the next text message, it would have brought down my airplane. He goes, I can't wait to be married to your sister. And he actually truly meant it. A few other things you need to know about Jeff. He is an absolute true romantic. A Wesley, you might say. Saying, as you wish, every time he looks at Lenti and getting adored, saying, I love you, as he goes down the stairs in his suit to work, leaving a handwritten note to his fiancée to let her know he can't wait to get back to her. Jeff studied at St. Edward's University and received his law degree at Chapman University School of Law. He's a great lawyer, and trust me on this one, he gives some really good legal advice. No further comment, client attorney privilege. And then there is Gus. Faith is a strange thing. I've never been one to put much stock in it. Then I met Gus. Who's Gus, you ask? Well, he's a Hungarian Vizsla who is charismatic, high-strung, and as goofy as Jeff. On a molecular level, Gus is 100% representation of Jeff in Canis domesticus form. This whole Hungarian bit was just an added bonus. I mentioned Katie earlier, and Gus just now, because when I watch Lenti and Jeff with their canine family members, it really brings focus on why these two people came together today. Jeff and Lenti are always playing, looking out for each other, making sure the other is comforted when something goes amiss. Quick with the handkerchief to catch the volunteer. There with a quick joke, trying to make light of a bad situation even though the other isn't quite ready yet to be cheered up. And always there to say, I love you, even when it's least expected. So here we are, the start of the next journey. The grand adventure awaits. I would be amiss, though, if I did not at least quote something from one of my favorite movies, which goes something like this. Life's like a movie, write your own ending. Keep believing, keep pretending, we've done what we set out to do. Thanks to the lovers, the dreamers, and you. And with that said, let's get on with this adventure, shall we? This marriage will draw upon the support of family and friends. No couple lives in isolation. They will need your love and attention, just as they will love and attend to you. Therefore, I ask of you gathered here, their family and friends, to affirm your willingness to support Lenti and Jeff by responding, we will, to each of the following questions. Will you encourage Lenti and Jeff in their marriage?
We will.
Will you celebrate with them the decision they have made to choose one another?
We will.
Will you remain steadfast in your support in times of trouble and generous in your joy when they experience success and happiness?
We will.
Lenti and Jeff, a marriage ceremony represents one of his life's greatest commitments. However, it's also a declaration of love. As the two of you come into this marriage uniting as husband and wife, and as you affirm your faith and love for one another, I would ask you to always remember to cherish each other as special, unique individuals, and that you respect the thoughts and ideas and suggestions of one another. Be able to forgive. Do not hold grudges. Live each day that you may share together, as from this day forward you shall be each other's home, comfort, and refuge. Your marriage strengthened by your love and respect for each other. Please join hands as we now declare your intentions to one another. Lenti and Jeff, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to each other in this marriage? Will you love and honor each other as husband and wife for as long as you both shall live? Lenti and Jeff, you are about to make promises to one another. These vows are words representing your intentions. You will find that as you live your lives by these vows, investing your time and love and your commitment to each other, the happy times of your life will be joyous because there will be someone to share those joys with in marriage. Please join hands and repeat after me. I, Jeff McCrary, take you.
I, Jeff McCrary, take you.
Lenti Smith to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Lenti Smith to be my lawfully wedded wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer or for poor.
For richer or for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
I, Lenti Smith, take you.
I, Lenti Smith, take you.
Jeff McCrary to be my lawfully wedded husband.
Jeff McCrary to be my lawfully wedded husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and hold.
For better or for worse.
Better for worse.
For richer or for poor.
Richer for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For as long as you both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't done that. This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
May I have the rings, please? It is believed that the circle was a symbol of eternity, completeness, and peace. A sign that life, happiness, and love have no beginning or end. As these circles of these rings knows no end, may your love for each other also be endless. And so, keeping with the vows you have made here today, you give and receive these rings for which you symbolize and bind your eternal love, enduring loyalty and commitment to one another. Yeah? Please place this ring on Lenti's left hand and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed, and with all I am, and all I have, I honor you. Lenti, please place this ring on Jeff's left hand and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed, and with all I am,
and with all I am,
and all I have,
and all I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Lenti and Jeff, I want to wish you both much love and happiness as you begin your grand adventure as husband and wife. Remember to keep lots of laughter in your life, and love will never be far behind. I leave you now with the following words. May all that you are always be in love. May all that is love always be in you. May your love be as beautiful on this each day you share as it is on this day of celebration. And may each day you share be as precious to you as the day you first fell in love. May you always see and encourage the best in each other. May the challenges life brings your way make your marriage even stronger. And may you always be each other's best friend and greatest love. And remember this, it's all part of the adventure. Lenti and Jeff, you have committed yourselves to each other in marriage, having pledged your love to one another in the presence of these witnesses by the exchanging of your wedding vows and the giving and receiving of rings. It is with great joy and happiness and the power vested in me and the great state of Texas that I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. I now introduce you to Mrs. and Mr. Lenti and Jeff McCrary. All right, everyone, it's time for the next phase of festivitation. I appreciate you all coming today. It was great. So if you would like, we're going to be downstairs where we'll have all the rest of our engagement to go forth with, all the drinks and fun and the frivolity. And thank you once again. You're all dismissed. I'll be right now, guys.